as we were talking about in class, we were talking about the pH scale. So from the notes that this pH scale is a colour gradient in scale. So we start at this end with 0, which would be a red colour, and then we move up the pH scale to pH 7, which would be neutral or green, and then we move up to the basic end, which would be purple. And it is important to note that these colour changes are what we are going to see when we test these chemicals. So I have a range of chemicals here that I have prepared, and I also have a homemade version of indicator. So as you can see, when I lift this up, this is purple. This is the juice of red cabbage that has been cut up into small pieces and has been boiled and left to cool. And this will act as our universal indicator. We used universal indicator in the lab, but we will be using the red cabbage in order to show some of these colour changes with the 6 chemicals that I have assembled here. So the first thing, we have vinegar, we have lime juice. This is a mixture of fruit juice, because as you know, fruit juice is very acidic, which is why we need to brush our teeth before bed, so the fruit juice is neutralised. We have a mixture of bicarb or bread soda and water, but it needs to keep stirred because it will separate. We have water to show that there is a neutral, and we have an antacid because we have antacids to neutralise the excess acid in our stomach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move these out of the way so I have a bit more space to work, and I'm going to bring up my pH scale so I can compare exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with vinegar, because as we know, vinegar will be acidic. So we are looking at this liquid, we are seeing colourless. When I add some of this indicator, it will go red. So I'm just going to add about a spoon, and you will see pink and red. So we will put that beside the red end or beside the 0 end of the pH scale. Next, this one is our bicarb. So I'm going to repeat the procedure. I'm going to add a spoon, and you can see straight away that this went blue. I'm just going to add a little bit more just so we can get a better result, because it's good to be able to quantify our results. So we have a blue, so we can very clearly see the 2 different colours that occur at the different ends. So I'm going to put the baking soda at one end, and I'm going to put the vinegar at the other end. So next we have our mixture of fruit juices. So because this is already brown in colour, we may not get the desired result, but it should be falling somewhere within this end of the pH range, because fruit juices are very acidic. So if I add some now, I'm going to add a little bit more, and I'm going to stir. It has darkened in colour, and we can compare it to our bread soda. So we have very clearly a base, and we have very clearly an acid. So our acid is going to go beside our vinegar. So we're getting even a colour gradation so far.